Hello there, this is Automate365 by NowCerts, and I am Iliana. In this video, we are going to talk about the survey builder in Automate365 and how it differs from the form builder. To begin with, you can create a new survey by clicking on this green button in the upper right corner. You can also use one of our pre-designed surveys here, which are essentially intake forms for quote requests. Please note that in the same way as the form builder, you can see your survey ID here and you can edit, copy, or delete this survey. Now, for the purpose of this video, I am going to choose one of our surveys here, for example, commercial quote, and then I can click either on edit or on the name of the survey, which you can see in blue letters. And in this way, I will open it. You see, the survey builder is actually very similar to the form builder. That is why I would recommend that you watch our video, which gives an overview of the form builder. The link will be in the description. Okay, so let's see what is actually different between these two builders. First, a survey is based on slides or pages, while a form is more of a one-pager. Second, with the survey, you're probably going to use more custom fields as opposed to standard fields because you're going to want to ask more questions and more varied questions. And third, in the surveys, you're going to use logic. This will allow you to make your customers or prospects skip irrelevant questions. You can also qualify or disqualify them based on their answers. Let me show you what I am talking about. Let's begin with the tab Fields. You have standard and custom fields again. They are the same as in the form builder, with one stark difference. Here in the standard fields for forms, there is a button. However, there is no such field for surveys. The button allowing one to submit their survey gets displayed at the bottom when someone is filling out the survey. There you can also see the back arrows, the forward arrows, and the progress bar. It is possible to customize those by first adding your survey to a funnel in our funnel builder and then using a custom code. You can also use a custom code here in the Styles tab under Custom CSS in order to change the text on the Submit button. We can send the necessary codes to you once you request them. Anyway, moving on, when you go through the questions for the first location in this survey, you will see the question, are there any other locations? Here it is. If you click on it, then you will see this widget, logic. Okay, and it allows you to choose what happens based on the answer that is given. For example, here, if they say yes, then we send them to the page where they can fill out information on their second location. But if they say no, we send them straight to the page where they can fill out the information on their vehicle. Effectively skipping all of these pages requiring them to fill out information on a second and third location, because those are not applicable to them. You can also choose to disqualify immediately based on the answer or to disqualify after submit. If you disqualify immediately, this is a hard disqualifier and it will end the survey right then and there based on their answer. If you disqualify after submission, they will still be able to go through the whole survey, answer all of the questions, click the submit button. You will get their submission and all of their answers, but you can still disqualify them. Okay, so this is how you can use logic. If you do not apply any such logic, then the one filling out this survey will just go through each slide with questions, one after the other. Okay, so let's go through the Styles tab. The styling is the same as in the form builder, except that at the very bottom you have the option to add a background image. You can upload it straight from your computer by just clicking on choose file and then uploading whatever you want. Okay, let's go to the options tab. As in the form builder, you first have the option to add the name of your survey. Then you can choose what happens when one submits the survey. You can either open a URL or show a message that you have entered. What is different is that you have those two same options to open a URL or display a message when you disqualify immediately or disqualify after submit. Okay, next you have the option to add your Facebook pixel ID again as in the form builder. Then you can specify the Facebook pixel events. Following is the option to have one question at a time. If you toggle this on, your survey will become a one-pager. Okay? Then you have the option Sticky Contact. We went over that one in the form builder. So if you want more information, please refer to this video. Thank you. Okay, the next option here is to choose whether you want to have a back button or not. If you want your prospects or customers to be able to go back to a previous slide when filling out this survey, then you should have a back button. It makes things easier if one were to reconsider their answer or realize that they had made a mistake. Afterward, you have the option to disable auto navigation. By default, a survey will automatically go to the next slide after the questions in the custom fields have been filled out. Please note that it does not automatically go to the next slide if the slide contained only standard fields. Okay, next we have the option to choose whether we want to have a progress bar at the bottom or not. Afterward, we have the option to disable the animation. By default, there is a slide transition animation, so if you want to disable it, you should just toggle this on. Up next is the option scroll to top. If turned on, the survey will scroll to the top whenever it moves on to the next slide. Otherwise, if the one filling out this survey had to scroll down to reach the bottom of the slide, the last question, then when they move on to the next slide, they will still be at its bottom, regardless of the fact that they have not seen the top, where the first question would be for this slide. So if you have a lot of questions on one slide and on the next, then maybe it's a good idea to toggle this on. Afterward, you have the option to include a banner image on your survey. You can also make it full width by toggling this on if you want. And finally, you have the option to write some custom CSS and HTML inside the same box here for the footer. Okay, so let us click on Integrate Survey. And then we see a pop-up telling us that we have third-party scripts here. You can just click the X. Same as in the form builder, we have the embed code and we also have the link. Then underneath Integrate Survey, we have the button to save the survey. Once you save it, just click on Proceed. Okay. Now, if someone submits a survey, you will be able to see the submission here in Surveys and then Submissions. You will also be able to see the contact that was created. This is the same as with the form builder. And again, the same as with the form builder, you have Analyze here, where you can see how many submissions there were for each survey that you have. And that is basically how the survey builder works and how it differs from the form builder. For any questions or comments, please send an email to info@automate365.net. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.